What it do, my YouTubers? Welcome to my channel. You're in session with me, Martina. Let's get into it. First of all, I want to say that I've been missing for a very long time. I don't even know when the last time I posted a video. So this video is going to be about where I've been, where I've started, and where I am now. So sit back. So please, before anything, if you like this video, like it. If you would like to subscribe to my channel, please do so. So here we go. My name is Martina. I'm a Massachusetts native, and on July 6th, 2017, I had gastric bypass surgery. In May of 2017, I was done. I was done being fat. I was 363 pounds. My back hurt, my knees hurt, just everything was hurting me. It wasn't, I needed to do something. I knew it, and I took charge. So May 1st, I just made some small changes, and I went and saw a bariatric. I went to an info session a few weeks later. After that info session, I met a great surgeon. I loved him. Lucky for me, with the insurance that I had at the time, my whole process took like 2 months. And that's not common. So, make sure you do the research that you need to do with your insurance before you go forward. Make sure that it's covered. Make sure you understand the requirements and things like that, so you don't get discouraged, and at least you know what you need to do, right? That helps you prepare. That's my belief. So it took me only 2 months. I dieted for 2 months. And all I really did for that first 2 months was I did small changes. Like, I stopped eating bread. Like, that was the first thing I did. I stopped drinking soda. It was another thing that I did. And I incorporated breakfast. I wasn't eating breakfast before that. I would probably eat a big, huge lunch and a big, huge dinner. So what I changed was no soda, no bread, and I started to eat breakfast. And so from there, I lost 27 pounds before surgery. And then I had surgery. After that, I'll be very honest with you. I suggest you go back to some of my old videos, and you'll see that process and kind of how angry I was. In my first year, I didn't do many videos, but I did enough to kind of help. So that'll help you if you have any questions. So yeah, the first year, it was about learning. I want to stress that I believe the first year is about learning, and it's about learning new habits. I had bad habits. I didn't eat breakfast. That's a bad habit. I skipped meals. That's a bad habit. And it aided in my weight gain. And it took me the first year to learn these things, because I didn't know. I didn't realize that eating was important in maintaining or even losing weight. So I started to build new habits over the first year. And some of the habits I built was I consistently ate 6 meals a day. And people's like, oh, 6 meals? How you even do that, girl? You got gastric bypass. How you eating, right? Well, 6 meals to me looks like I have breakfast, I'll have a snack, and then I'll have lunch, and then I'll have a snack, and then I'll have dinner, and then before I go to bed, I have a snack, right? That was a habit that I still follow today. And so the other habit that I built to help me was I use small bowls, plates, cups, and containers for my food. And I do that because that helps me portion control. Now, I already know that when I eat things, I can't eat much anyway. I can only eat about a certain amount in a sitting. So as to trick my brain, I have smaller bowls, but I pack them with a bunch of food. Usually, some days I can eat the whole container, and sometimes I don't, and that's okay. And that brings me to my next habit. I work so hard on myself mentally because I know me. I know how Martina can get over on Martina. And I refuse to let myself defeat myself in this process. And I did not go through all of this just to remain fat. I needed to get healthy. I needed to do something. I was 35 at the time that I started this journey, and my kids was helping me up a flight of steps. I'm not fucking 81 years old. So no. So what I helped myself, what I did was I did some mind habits that I changed. Like one of the mind habits was I made sure that I celebrated every pound lost, even if it was a pound or ounce lost. That's what I did. I made sure to celebrate, even if it was the smallest, because everybody wants this journey to be so fast. You don't want it to be fast. Trust me, a year will go by and you're like, oh, shoot, I lost 100 pounds, right? So it'll happen. It'll come off. Patience is key. Be patient. So I would learn to celebrate the little things and not beat myself up. I also weighed myself daily. That's a personal choice. I don't think it's appropriate for everyone because some people mentally can't handle that. But for me, my goal was when I get on the scale, always the goal was to make sure I didn't gain any weight. I needed to be able to identify, like if I got on the scale and I was a pound or two heavier, I had to really rethink what I did the day before. And I could then identify, okay, girl, you might have ate something you shouldn't have. And then I just jump back. So again, for me, when I get on the scale, it's to make sure I'm not gaining any weight versus losing weight. But the positive of that is every time I got on the scale, I was losing. So it was a celebration all the time versus, and even when if I would get on the scale and I was the same weight as I was yesterday, I'd celebrate that because I didn't gain it. I didn't gain no weight. So yes, I would celebrate. Another mind thing that I do is just I like to support other people and get them, the thing is that I'm in school for psychology and stuff like that. So I really believe that a lot of our habits our bad habits are psychological. And so we have, problem behaviors. And my problem behavior is eating, stress eating, and not believing in myself and doubting myself and, staying in that mindset. So I tried to be more positive in that way. So the first year, that's what I focused on the most, being positive, celebrating myself, and then just following, those new habits. Now, a lot of people want to know, girl, what you eating? How you did this? Okay, because, I didn't really give you guys my stats. So, like I said, I started at 363 pounds. By the time surgery came, I was at 338 pounds. And today, I am I am 167 pounds, but the lowest I have gotten is 164. So I'm still working. My goal is 160, around there. Otherwise, I'm really pretty much happy with where I'm at because I'm healthy and I could do a bunch of things. So yeah, the first year, those are the changes that I made. And I just rode with them. And the pounds came off. Sometimes it was slow, and sometimes it was really fast, and things like that. My first year, I did dibble and dabble in exercise. If it wasn't exercise in a gym, it was exercise at home. I maintained like 30 minutes of exercise 5 days a week, and then sometimes I didn't. And I would feel bad about that I wasn't exercising, and I thought that was one of the reasons why I wasn't either losing here or there. But I found out really quickly that exercise didn't really matter, that I was still going to lose weight. The only thing that I've learned that exercise matters for is building muscle. And when you build muscle, you maintain a weight. And so that kind of was like, I didn't want to do that. And plus, I was 360 pounds. To think that I'm not going to have loose skin to me was me tricking myself. I always knew that loose skin was going to be a part of this world for me. So what I decided to do instead, if I couldn't get to a gym or if I couldn't do exercise, was that day at work, I'm getting up, I'm moving around, I park far, I do not take the elevator, I do not take the escalator, I always take the stairs. What else do I do? I get up, I do things to keep myself moving, to keep my body going versus sitting down. So that's what I've done exercise-wise. Now let's get into my food. I'm gonna be very honest with you. Everybody loves to want to ask me what I'm eating. I'm a boring eater. And what I mean by that is I pretty much eat the same thing all the time. I have learned throughout the first year, I started with what I can tolerate because a lot of things in the beginning I couldn't tolerate. So I kept eating the things that I knew sat well, I enjoyed eating, and that was that. So I chose to eat a vegetable every day and a meat or a protein. So meat would be chicken, fish, beef, pork. Those were my choices of a meat. I barely had rice, potatoes, things like that. They don't sit well with me. Pasta doesn't sit well with me. Bread. And so again, I stayed away from those things for a very, very long time. And I say that because now I do have a little bit of rice. It's brown rice versus anything else. And I try pasta, but rarely because it backfires on me all the time, even though I still try it. And I've been venturing into bread more. I can have a bagel. Maybe I'll have only one half. I can have toast, but I try not to. So I limit those things. Those are things that are like treats for me. But when I make my meals, my breakfast is probably a protein shake. I still drink protein shakes. I have one a day, only 5 days a week. I don't do it on the weekends. I still eat yogurt. I love yogurt. Again, like on Sunday, I'll make probably 2 or 1 big meal, and that is what I eat for lunch and dinner for the whole week. And for some, that doesn't work. But for me, I've changed the way I see food. I've changed my relationship with food. So I try to only eat because I have to versus to eat for pleasure. Eating for pleasure is a bad thing for me because then I overeat and I make bad choices, and so I don't got time for that. So I eat the same thing. What I do change up is my snacks. I make sure to change up my snacks to have different things. I mean, I eat a lot of fruit. I eat nuts. What else for snack do I have? Again, yogurt is a snack for me. Sugar-free pudding and Jell-O is a snack for me. I love granola. I mean, so there are a lot of good healthy snacks out there that you can have. Another tip and another habit that I always that I ended up developing in the beginning is I bring like a shitload of food with me all the time. I have food with me all the time. And sometimes I purposefully overpack food. I know I'm not going to eat it all. I know I'm not. So bringing extra food is not going to put me in a place where I'm going to eat it. But what it does do is it gives me choices. And it stops me from making the unhealthy choices, saying, oh, I don't got no food today. I need to go and go out and get something quick from the store. That's what it stops me from doing. And it keeps me eating healthy because I pack healthy stuff, right? I have a variety of choices, but I still and it keeps me eating my 6 meals a day. I got my breakfast in there. I got some snacks. I got a lunch. I got some more snacks. And I may even have dinner depending on where I am in the day, right? So I recommend having food with you everywhere you go. Listen, I carry a bag. Let me show y'all. There's my bag. And in it, as you can see, there's a shitload of stuff. Oh, wait, I don't know if you could see. Hold on. Look at me. I got stuff. See, like, I eat oatmeal a lot. This is a sugar-free, well, it's not sugar-free. It's low in sugar. Maple and brown sugar oatmeal. What else I got in here? Like, see, I'm just probably gonna eat like this pork chop. Like, and did I put it in here? Probably not. So I also get like those vegetables, single servings of vegetables. Like, I like the green beans, and I just pop it in the microwave, have a little meat on the side. And then I'm full. Trust me, I don't eat a lot. What else do I have in here? Like, see, and I also have treats. Like, these are dark chocolate, like no sugar, no calories. Like, these are diet kind of like M&Ms, and they're pretty good. Cucumbers and tomatoes. A little salt and pepper, a little snack right there. Love it. It's good. I'm on an overnight, guys, so I do overnights on the weekends, and during the weekday I work like a regular 9 to 5. But in this day and age, we gotta make money, so I'm prepared. Like, so now I'm on this overnight, and I'm going into another shift later. So I brought me some eggs. That is chicken bacon and a little thing of grits. Probably won't eat all this at all, but I bring it, right? So what else is in here? I'm sorry, my head's all in it. But yeah, I mean, I have like several thousand things. Now, don't get me wrong. I have some habits that I still find. See, here go my grapes. Agua. Always have water, always. And so, yeah, I have some habits. I ventured back into, so I do drink ginger ale. I love ginger ale. It's the only soda that I will ever drink. I don't drink any other kind of soda, but I love ginger ale, and I try to only have it here and there. That's one. I do snack on chips. I have a problem, and I'm working on it. But again, that's just knowing yourself, and I don't think you should be too limited on everything, but yeah. I mean, on my period, I tend to snack crazy. Like, I am chocolate heavy, and so that just happens. So I made it to my first year, July 6th, 2018, and that day I was at 190. I had made it to Wonderland. I was so happy, and I made it to 190 on my 1-year surgiversary. And since then, literally, I've been dropping still. Since then, I've lost, 30 pounds. And I'm almost, today's like April 6th. So I'm close to my 2-year surgiversary soon. And right now, I'm in a place where I'm just maintaining. And I feel like maintaining seems to be a lot harder, if you ask me. Because I worry so much about gaining it all back. And I've learned that I can eat this and I can eat a little bit of that. And so, I just need to be mindful of this journey. And it's worth it. I don't care what anybody says. It's so worth it. I mean, the things that I can do now, the things that I've never been able to do before, I went from existing in life to living every day. I'm about to finish college. I've gotten married last year to my longtime boyfriend and children, father of my children. What else have I done? I've got a promotion. So please be mindful that weight discrimination is real. And I didn't realize that I was being treated differently at 363 pounds. I can see it now. I could see it in the fact that people hold doors for me. I could see it now when people are so interested in talking to me. And I could see it now because I'm not being passed over on jobs. And so, was this worth it? It all was worth it. You know, people worry about complications, and people worry about the fact that you need to take vitamins for the rest of your life. Listen, I'm gonna take vitamin every day to be where I am right now. I hear people out there who are worried about malnutrition and having to take vitamins every day. I'm going to be very honest with you, and you can leave the channel now after I say this. Those are just excuses. Those are excuses because you used to your ways. Those are just excuses. You don't want to change. You want to be able to lose the weight but keep the habits that you have. That's not possible. That's not reality. That's not realistic. So you're going to have to change something in order to get the results that you want. Is this surgery scary? Yes, all surgery is scary because it comes with a risk. But what do you think remaining 363 pounds was doing? I was always at risk of death, always at risk of complications with or without surgery. I just put my faith in God and saved my life because I have 4 beautiful children, a loving husband, and a world that I deserve to be in, and things that I deserve to do. You know, people need heart bypass surgery. You think they ain't gonna get it because they scared of complications? Without it, they're gonna die anyway. So I would like you to try on this type of thinking because it is scary. You know, I was more scared of failing the surgery versus having the surgery because I have so much faith in God that, you know, he's going to see me through. But if you're someone who's like, well, I don't want to give up this and I don't want to give up that and I don't want to do this and this ain't for you. This ain't for you. And don't feel bad about yourself. It just ain't for you. And it may just not be your time because I went through this twice before with that same mindset. I didn't want to give up smoking weed. I didn't want to give up the foods that I was eating. I did not want to have to do any changes to myself. And I realized that the first 2 times I tried to do this, I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. So if you have the same mindset that I had, you ain't ready. But one day you just might be, like I was. I had a Jesus moment, an aha moment, and was like, I can't do this. I can't. I didn't do this for vanity reasons, although I look really good. Because if you go back to my videos, you can see. But anyway, I didn't do it for vanity reasons. I did it more for health reasons. And trust me, I've been rewarded. I've been rewarded. So, I hope this video was helpful. Sometimes I just ramble and go on. And I'm trying to think if there was anything that I didn't mention. I will say that when you transform, you're going to gain a lot and you're going to lose a lot too. And when I mean not so much weight, but you're going to lose people. Because when the thing is this whole thing is about change. It's about being different, doing things differently. And a lot of people in your life ain't going to like that. A lot of people in your life ain't going to appreciate it because, she knew. She done changed. That's the point. The whole point is to change. The whole change is going to be different. Why stay the same? Because being who we were before wasn't helping. You know, we had those, problem behaviors going on. We needed to change. And then sometimes when you change, you realize that people in your corner don't need to be there no more. So be okay with that. You gotta, my thing is you're gonna have to start trying on being okay with some things. You're gonna need to be okay with losing people here and there. You're gonna need to be okay with people not appreciating what you're doing. You're gonna need to be okay when people tell you too happy about your weight loss surgery and that you need to be quiet. No, don't be quiet. Keep yelling. Keep talking about it. Keep praising yourself because you did it. You did it. You don't need confirmation for them. Some people are okay in their misery. Some people want you to stay in your misery to keep them company. Don't. Don't. You did this. You deserve this. Enjoy it. Live life. Because there are a flock of other people out there waiting to join in on the new you. Because the new you is fabulous, baby. The new you is on point. And for those who don't want to be around the new you don't want them to be around the new you anyway. Let me tell you. I'm just saying that because I know a lot of people, they're hurt about it. A lot of people, when they get on this journey, they lose all the weight. They lose husbands. They lose family. And that hurts because you love those people. But you know what? Let me tell you. Family should support you no matter what. Whether they agree with you or not, they should support you. And if they don't, that's okay. We can agree to disagree. And let me tell you, if your husband and your wife leave you after you lost a whole bunch of weight and you doing something for you, they don't need to be your husband or your wife. Because let me tell you, my husband has stuck by me. Listen, he deserved every bit of goodness he getting right now. You want to know why? Because he loved me at 363 pounds. Every roll, every fat, everything. That today, he even loves me even more. He supports me. He encourages me. And he helps me up when I'm down. That's what true love and support is about. So let me stop rambling on here and getting it going because it's been about 26 minutes. And I think a video over 20 minutes can be daunting. So I hope you liked this video. I hope it helped you in some way or form. Come over to the bariatric world if you're ready to be here. And if you ain't, do not feel bad about that. One day you will. And if you don't want to be on this side, you could do it on your own if you try and that's what you want to do. I don't knock people who want to get there, but also do not knock me because I needed this just to get where I'm at. Okay? Peace, love, and happiness. And thank you for being in session with me, Martina.